I think there's a natural jealousy and dislike that they have had toward Robyn. Hello everybody, welcome to the show. Please hit the subscribe button and give this episode a thumbs up. Wise. Christine Brownway's new book cover being criticized by Sister Wives fans. So soon after it was revealed the time has finally arrived for a wife to publish a tell-all, something they had long awaited. Her cover did not land, unfortunately. But what went wrong? Why was the book for Christine Brown blasted by fans? The former first wife has yet to release the book that Mary Brown has long hinted to. Since they don't always get what they want from Sister Wives, fans have been clamoring for this early in 2021. Christine Brown Woolley became the first wife to leave the Poly household. Then she urged Janelle Brown, her second wife, to follow her in living alone. Mary and Janelle followed, leaving Kody Brown with Robyn Brown, his fourth and only legal wife. Without ever accepting responsibility, he has effectively distanced himself from many of his children and places the blame on Janelle and Christine after Christine departed. She and her youngest daughter truly relocated to Utah. She met David Woolley at the beginning of 2023, and their relationship was intense before purchasing a house for an ERUPTS they lived in together, became engaged, and started organizing their wedding. For years after leaving the plural family and polygamy, Christine finally announced that she was publishing a book. Everything would revolve around her childhood. Her union with Kody and her union with David, fans have not been won over by the book cover reveal that followed. She looks like the boss. She is complete with a red blazer. However, Monsters and Critics claims that the main complaint from fans was that Christine Brown Woolley continued to use Kody's last name throughout the book. In her Instagram comment section beneath the cover reveal, they expressed their opinions. I wonder why the last name Brown is still used. Why do you still go by Brown as your last name? It almost seems like you didn't want to leave and are still undecided, said one follower who thought it was messed up that Christine kept Brown still a hit. Some Sister Wives fans agreed with Christine Brown Woolley's argument, while others thought she ought to have taken Brown off her book cover since they were aware that this was her last name. They decided to stick with it. Her release, which is available for pre-order and will arrive in September 2025, was also warmly received by many. Is the book available on audio? I would like hearing your story. XXWO, Christine, you look amazing on the cover. I'm hoping that your book will also be published in Australia. Some behind Drain Cloud Hibiscus, your next chapter of your lovely rejuvenated life is nice to read. Two hearts, two hearts. Please take a book tour. Queen, one of the main questions was whether she would be reading the book on audiobook or if it was available abroad. Both that and a book tour were highly sought after. Other than the next book, she has not yet disclosed her future plans. Despite Sister Wives' current hiatus, the cast remains quite active on social media. On the one-year anniversary of her son Garrison Brown's passing, Janelle Brown recently took to Instagram to express her grief. Janelle requests that friends, admirers, and followers make donations to animal shelters in Garrison's honor in order to preserve his memory and legacy. Fan donations launched the concept last year in memory of her late son. Janelle Brown requests donations from her followers. Janelle Brown is back on Instagram, but she has a request on the first anniversary of her son Garrison Brown's passing. The sister Wives star took a moment out of her day to pay tribute to him. The mother of six said that even though she tries to keep herself as busy as possible, she still thinks about him frequently. She also urged fans to support her in remembering Garrison by making donations to animal shelters in his honor. Garrison adopted all three of his kitties from nearby shelters after he passed away. Sister Wives admirers gave $113,000 to different Arizona shelters In his memory, the High Country Humane Society named their cat room after the late reality TV star. In appreciation of the gifts, it's obvious that Janelle wants to keep paying tribute to her deceased kid in the same manner his kitties are all safe and content, regardless of what happened to them. After Janelle sold Garrison's home, his siblings were given new homes for his cats, what caused Garrison Brown's death. On March 5, 2024, Garrison Brown was discovered dead in his bedroom after sending a string of progressively worrisome texts to family. The 25-year-old took his own life, according to reports, when he stopped answering messages his younger brother Gabriel Brown was sent to the house after rumors of police activity in the area began to circulate. Janelle posted the death on Instagram. Janelle talked to people about the tragedy and whether or not there were warning signals months after Garrison's death, although substance usage was probably a contributing factor. In her son's death, Janelle informed the outlet that neither she nor any family members knew he was in such a poor position. He was always cheerful, she said. At the time of his death, Garrison had a very high blood alcohol content. Viewers were excited to celebrate the release of Christine Brown Wee's new book, Sister Wife, a memoir of faith, family, and finding freedom. Since she has long been a favorite on Sister Wives, some admirers, however, objected to one specific detail, the name on the cover, while many were delighted that Christine had finally spoken her truth. Christine was the first to reveal the truth after years of waiting for one of Kody Brown's spouses to do so. She will explore her past, her marriage to Kody, and the path that brought her and David Woolley to their new life in her memoir. However, not everyone was delighted when she unveiled the book cover, which showed her in a vibrant red blazer and striking a confident attitude. Some followers criticized Christine for keeping Brown in her name, even if the images shouted empowerment. Why fans disapprove of Christine's decision to keep Brown on her book cover. Christine has reshaped her life according to her own standards since she split from Kody in 2021. Even Mary Brown eventually adopted independence when she urged Janelle Brown to do so. Since all three of his previous spouses have moved on, Kody is now left with Robyn, his fourth wife, and finds it difficult to keep up relationships with many of his kids. In spite of this, some fans have questioned if Christine has really moved on because she chose to keep Brown on her book cover. Reactions flooded social media, with some followers leaving comments like, "I wonder why the last name Brown is still used. Why do you still go by Brown as your last name? You still seem unsure," and almost didn't want to leave. The criticism may surprise some who have followed Christine's journey. She has made no secret of her independence, her contentment with David Woolley, and her wish to start over without the restrictions of polygamy. Why would she therefore continue to use Brown on her book cover? The answer is straightforward: recognition and branding under the name Christine Brown. Christine has been in the spotlight for more than 10 years. Eliminating it completely might have changed the way her book was promoted, making it more difficult for readers to connect the memoir to her well-known persona right away. Christine's supporters applaud her upcoming memoir and defend her decision. Some admirers expressed their disgust, but others reported Christine because they recognized the clever decision that went into her name. Many understood that preserving Brown was about making sure her narrative was heard by as many people as possible, not about clinging to the past. Along with the criticism, enthusiastic readers also showered Christine with support while starstruck. "Christine, you look so beautiful on the cover. I'm hoping that your book will also be published in Australia. Some behind Drain Cloud. Your next chapter of your lovely rejuvenated life is nice to read. Two hearts. Please take a book to her queen," in the hopes that Christine would narrate her own story. Several admirers also asked about an audiobook version. The intensity of excitement around the book's release was demonstrated by the fact that some people questioned whether it would be available abroad. What will happen with Christine's memoir, Next Christine's memoir, is already looking like a huge success despite the conflicting responses to the book cover. The time has finally arrived for fans to hear a first-hand account of what life was truly like within the Brown family after years of waiting. The fallout of the family's breakup is still being chronicled in Sister Wives, so Christine's book might provide even more insight into the inner workings of their complicated relationships as the release date draws near. She may be planning a book tour or making media appearances, though she has not yet confirmed any other specifics. Fans are eager to hear Christine's version of events, regardless of whether they agree with her decision to maintain Brown in her name. The Brown family is still active on social media, sharing milestones with fans despite Sister Wives' current sabbatical. Janelle Brown recently used Instagram to commemorate the tragic anniversary of her son Robert Garrison Brown's death in an effort to meaningfully carry on his legacy a year after his untimely passing. Janelle is requesting that friends, admirers, and supporters make donations to animal shelters in his memory. Janelle Brown requests contributions in Garrison's honor despite keeping herself busy. Janelle shared how much she misses her late son in an emotional Instagram post. In addition, she urged her fans to think about making donations to animal shelters in Garrison's honor, as many did the year before his death. Being a huge animal lover, Garrison was proud to have 3 rescue cats that he had adopted from nearby shelters after he passed away. Supporters banded together to donate $133,000 for different Arizona shelters, and the High Country Humane Society named their cat adoption room after him in order to preserve and honor her son's love of animals. Janelle intends to carry on this custom. Since Janelle sold his house, Garrison's cherished kitties have all found loving homes with his siblings. How did Garrison Brown fare on March 5, 2024? Garrison Brown, 25, was sadly discovered dead in his house after sending family members a string of setting texts. His death was determined to be suicide when Gabriel Brown, his younger brother, went to see how he was doing out of concern for him. He made the devastating discovery just as rumors of police activity in the vicinity started to spread. Janelle verified the heartbreaking news on Instagram a few hours later in an interview with People in the months after his death. Janelle talked candidly about the tragedy and suggested that her son's death might have been caused by substance misuse. She said, however, that Garrison had always seemed cheerful and positive, which made his loss all the more unexpected. At the time of his death, it was discovered that his blood alcohol content was dangerously high. The everlasting love of a mother, Janelle, is committed to preserving Garrison's memory in a way that honors his gentle nature and abiding passion for animals. Even though nothing can completely replace the loss created by his passing, she intends to transform her sorrow into something constructive by promoting donations to shelters, guaranteeing that her son's legacy keeps having an impact. As Garrison would have desired, those who wish to donate can do so directly to the High Country Humane Society or any nearby animal shelter. For years, Christine Brown has carefully managed her life in the spotlight, striking a balance between her private admissions and the demands of reality TV. She is now prepared to reveal all after escaping the life she was accustomed to. Her next novel is expected to include previously unreported encounters, unseen hardships, and intimate moments. Kristen has embraced freedom in ways she never imagined possible since leaving her multiple marriage and starting over. She has been hinting at the publication of a book that will reveal the truth as she experienced it. while she settles into her new life with her husband David. Woolly and enjoys the independence that comes with making her own decisions now that she has a new identity on the personal and professional fronts. Christine is willing to divulge information she has never discussed before more than a simple physical act. Her escape from her previous existence was a statement of her value and her refusal to live under the constraints of antiquated norms. Her work now serves as a tribute to her journey, giving readers who have been waiting for an understanding of the world of multiple marriage the chance to finally see it from the unvarnished viewpoint of someone who experienced it. Christine Brown's audacious new chapter, an autobiography that is sure to revolutionize everything. Readers are eager to learn the secrets that Christine has long kept hidden, and the excitement surrounding her book has been growing gradually. Christine finally unveiled the cover of her eagerly awaited memoir in a recent social media post, thrilling her devoted fan following. Her focused and deliberate attitude, along with her eye-catching red jacket, is a clear indication of the control she now has over her own story. The red suit was the overwhelming winner. Christine mentioned a choice she made that she let her fans vote on as she got ready for the book's release. Sister, Wife, a memoir of faith, family, and finding freedom is a highly intimate story of what it took to rebuild and break free. And it goes beyond simply being a compilation of stories. Christine's choice to publish the book under her new name, Christine Brown Woolly, is arguably one of the most striking elements of its distribution. This conscious decision marks a symbolic depart from the identity she carried for decades, as well as her to David. Christine is a unique individual who stands tall in her new reality. She is no longer merely one of many. She sent a strong message to her audience along with the book's release. I'm so excited to share more details you haven't heard before for those who have followed her path attentively. That message is significant, though there have always been restrictions, personal, contractual, and legal. Christine has been candid about her experiences. She is now speaking up without fear, for the first time prepared to tell the unadulterated truth. Christine's book's effect on her relationships, past and present. Christine's decision to leave plural marriage was not an easy one, although she has remained calm in public. Her private life was tense, full of challenging conversations and emotional turmoil. Her remaining connections with the family members she left behind may change as a result of the book's inherent tendency to reinvigorate those tensions. The split of property and assets, particularly the ongoing conflict over Coyote Pass, has been one of the most controversial issues Christine has encountered. There are now rifts among those concerned, as what was once supposed to be a shared family property has become a financial and emotional burden. Some saw Christine's decision to leave as a betrayal rather than an act of self-preservation, which only served to widen the gulf. Since her choice to leave, she and Kody have continued to have a tense relationship, once characterized by attempts at civility. Their encounters have grown more aloof. Kody has openly shown his anguish, calling Christine's departure one of the hardest betrayals he has ever experienced. Christine, meanwhile, has taken care to avoid letting those charges define who she is. She had stuck to her conviction that the only way forward was to choose herself. The tenuous ceasefire between them is probably going to be put to the test once more, because her memoir is expected to reveal hitherto unspoken parts of their marriage. Does this book represent a final breakup, or will it be the secret to finding real closure? Christine Brown expresses her truth on her own terms, with her newfound freedom. For Christine, this book is about taking back her own narrative, not only about disclosing secrets. Her life was governed for years by the rules of plural marriage and the demands made of her within them. She is is now in charge of deciding what information to share and when to share it. For Christine, writing a memoir is an act of empowerment. Even though some may view it as controversial, she has suppressed her emotions for too long and put other people's comfort above her own. By writing this book, she is able to honor the reality of her own experiences, speak candidly, and finally let go of past commitments. The disclosures in her book could not sit well with some of her former family members' relationships within the Brown family have undoubtedly become more complex in recent years. There have been rumors of friendships changing, especially between Janelle and Christine, although some people think their relationship is still solid. Others hypothesize that tensions may have been hidden due to disagreements about the family's future. Christine is adamant about living her life as she sees fit, regardless of the effects the book has on her relationship. She is now embracing the independence she has battled so hard to attain since she has spent too much time obliging others. The implications of Christine's memoir for the future woman who has discovered the fortitude to break free, redefine herself, and share her truth with the world is reflected in Christine's memoir, which is more than just a personal tell. It is a pivotal moment in her life, as well as in the broader discussion over plural marriage and individual liberty. For many years, a common familial dynamic was used to tell Christine's narrative. She is narrating it for herself now. Her book's disclosures will surely arouse feelings, alter perceptions, and possibly even provoke criticism. For Christine, however, the benefit outweighs the danger. Although it hasn't been simple, her path has changed her. She enters this new stage of her life with self-assurance, a sense of purpose, and the unwavering conviction that she deserves to be happy on her own terms. One thing is evident to those who have followed her story: Christine Brown is not turning around. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Get more updates daily. See you soon.